The hell did I just watch? Hello and welcome back to another movie review. As always, I'm Kelly, and as I just showed you with my poster there that they gave me, which is totally cool and whatnot, I just got out of Dora and the Lost City of Gold. And Jesus, what was this movie? Now, I say that, and you're probably thinking I'm going to go on this big old tirade rant about how awful this movie is and whatnot. It's really not. I mean, none spoilers into this movie. This movie is made for kids, and it really sticks with that, for better and for worse. There are plenty of family films out there that you can point to, like especially from the Pixar and DreamWorks department, things that are meant for everybody to enjoy. This is not meant for everyone to enjoy. This is meant for kids to enjoy and to give some people a bit of a nostalgic, oh yeah, I remember Dora the Explorer. Let's see if they can make fun of it type thing. It's not made for adults. So, yes, while there is a lot to complain about and there are a lot of what the fuck moments inside of this movie, I can't really say that it's bad. I can't really say that it's good, but I can say that it hits its target audience pretty well. And if you have kids, they'll probably enjoy this. I won't say you will probably enjoy this, but they will. Definitely they will. But enough beating around the bush. Let's actually talk about this movie in its entirety, and oh boy, there's some things to talk about. Now, actually going into some of the positives, while the acting is definitely over the top and a lot of people are chewing their scenery like a lot, and this scenery is pretty hefty to chew on, I definitely say for the most part the acting here is really good and has a positivity that it carries over from the original children's cartoon Dora the Explorer. That forced positivity, everything's gonna be okay, although the movie does at least let you feel that there's stakes to this. I can still say that positivity is infectious, and the acting really, really pushes that to the forefront, especially from the main chick, Isabella Moner. There's a lot of names in this I'm going to mispronounce. Okay, just get that out of the way. She really does seem like she's a live-action version of Dora the Explorer, and she really sells this positivity. Even when everything is going to hell, when people are being shot at, when people are being pushed off of cliffs inside of giant rolling logs, when the floor is falling out beneath them inside of jungle traps, which is nice that these characters are at least somewhat self-aware that they're ripping all of this shit off. Just saying. Isabella's performance as Dora definitely still holds all of that positivity. You really do feel like everything's going to be okay. And it doesn't come off as like that forced positivity, ha 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 ha, really uncomfortable. It genuinely feels like she's just an eternal optimist and that you can be optimistic about all of this situation. Okay, and there are a couple of cameos inside of this movie that I was not expecting. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because it is Dora the Explorer, having very heavy, Latin America, Spanish type roots inside of it, South American, whatnot. It's just, apparently everyone who's of that nationality and subgenre decided to cameo in this. I was not expecting Danny Trejo or Benicio del Toro to be in this movie, but they are. And I have to say, probably my jaw dropped to the freaking floor when I realized it was Danny Trejo. I kind of figured Benicio del Toro or when I heard him, but Danny Trejo in particular, I'm just like, what? Why? How? What? They both come right the hell out of nowhere. They were just genuinely baffling surprises that I personally enjoyed. I can't say that it was a bad thing that they just jumped in here and fell into the movie all of a sudden, but I can't necessarily say it really added anything. Now, unfortunately, if I were to go into some negatives, I would have to say the biggest one are the effects in this movie. And while the scenes themselves, though filmed on sound stages and pretty obviously filmed that way, the set dressing is fine, but the actual CGI effects employed are pretty horrific, like TV quality horrific. Like, I can't believe that Boots looks this bad. I mean, most of the actors and actresses are just randomly going like this, and the CGI artist is trying to fill in around them very poorly. I mean, I know this is Nickelodeon Studios, but you could have done better there. I'm just saying. And the other thing that I've basically been alluding to, which kind of ties into the effects, is that this is not really an original story, like, at all. The characters seem sort of self-aware of the tropes of what they're actually getting into at times, which is good for comedy purposes. I mean, when they're making jokes about jungle traps, I was surprisingly smiling and laughing with them. But at the same time, this is essentially just a mix between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, just with Mayans. So, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Now that we think about it, there were some seemingly time-traveling Mayan people there at the end. They had magic at the very least. And the effects looked horrible with them. They really did. Jokes aside, they basically rip off The Last Crusade at the end with basically the, choose wisely section of it. And just, come on. You could do better, is all I'm saying. But even with all of that said, negatives and positives, I can't actually say this movie was terrible. It knew its target audience, it stuck to its target audience, and it had fun with its target audience. I am not its target audience, yet I walked out of the movie thinking, that was a bit of a fever dream, but it wasn't a bad fever dream. There's nothing wrong in this movie. There's no bad messages. There's no stupid moments where it feels like it's pandering to your kids. It's just Dora the Explorer. What are you getting mad about? So honestly, my final verdict is going to be a bit of a mixed one. If you're not part of this target audience, skip it. That's my recommendation for you. There's no real reason to watch it. There's nothing inside of here that will really grab you. I mean, unless you're looking for something kicks and giggles, I can maybe say wait for Netflix, but honestly, it feels like a skip it for anyone that's over the age of 6 or 12, and that's if they've seen Dora growing up. But if you have seen Dora growing up, or if you have kids who you would probably enjoy this, I could give this a recommendation to go see it at a discounted theater price, which you're probably going to do with your kids anyway. There's no real reason to spend full price on a movie like this, and the movie seems aware of that. So, yeah, if you have kids, if you know that they're going to enjoy it, or if you grew up with Dora and you just want to go and have some nostalgic fun, like rewatching the Legends of the Hidden Temple movie that Nickelodeon did for the TV series a while back, which this suspiciously feels like, I can honestly say go and watch this movie with your kids at a discounted theater price, and that's the recommendation I will give for that subsection. For everybody else, just skip it. I mean, we're getting into the August-September dumping ground of movies, so yeah, this is about the quality I was expecting. Probably even better than I was expecting, honestly, because I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't actually love it. It was just there. It's a movie. What else can I say? And I believe that is it for me. Did you enjoy the video? Tell me what you thought about my performance, or if you saw Dora, down in the comments down below. Let's get some healthy discussion going. As always, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, so that YouTube channels can grow and survive and not become mediocre or forgotten like mine. And yeah, that's it for me, so I'll see you all next time.